Hi there, my name is Eli, and welcome back to my channel, Jack Elijah. And today we are going to be opening up two of the new Shadow High Series 3 dolls. We have Scarlet Rose and Berry Skies. And I actually found these at Target, which is so strange because I didn't expect them to be there. And then if you watched my last video, which was the Fabulous Pets Cleo one, you'll see some footage of me finding them in stores. And I actually found them today as well at Macy's. So I got to Macy's because I was looking for Scalita. I had seen some people find the what do you call those dolls? This is like holiday dolls. Yes, and I was like wanting to find Scalita, didn't find her, but then I saw they had the new like little display with Shadow High Series 3. It was weird. They had three berries, three rosies, two scarlets, and then one pinky, one lavender, and one Oliver. So I don't know what like Macy's distribution is, like why they're getting that specific number of dolls, but that was just what they had. And so the one I got at Target, so I got a berry at Target, didn't like her face. So then I found a pretty one today at Macy's and then like bought that one and did a little switcheroo sort of moment. The only thing with Macy's though, which I learned today, is they put a little like sticker, like a return code on the box. So in order to smoothly return the dolls and do this sort of like little switcheroo moment, I had to like open the box but like maintain the tape in one piece. It was just a lot of effort. It was just a lot of effort. So I did all of that, found a newer berry. Her hair is a little messed up, like that little bang tendril. It looks weird, but the face on this one is stunning. So I was like, well, we'll take the weird hair and then go for the pretty face and see if I can fix it, you know? So we'll see. So I did get these new dolls, and this isn't for today's video, but I'm just including it. They also had at Macy's the new Bratz Kylie Jenner dolls, which I'm not like a big Kylie person. I don't like keep up with the Kardashians, none of that, but I thought they were really pretty, and I haven't seen them anywhere else yet. And I don't know a lot about their like distribution, like if they're going to be common or elusive. So I figured like if this is my first time seeing them, and I had three of each to pick from. There was three of the night and three of the day version. I think that's the idea, right? Like a day look and a night look. I'm pretty sure. So I got to pick the prettiest ones. And there is the updo for the night version, and then here is like the hair down for the day look. I think I like the day look more, but then when I saw this one in person and like the updo looked really nice. So I was like, ooh, I think I want both. I was really only wanting this one initially, and then this one did kind of sell me in store. And then I'm also like unsure if I want to open them or not because they do look really nice in the box. So for now, I think I'm just gonna keep them in the box, and then maybe for a rainy day, if I get bored, I'll open them up. But yeah, I thought that was kind of fun because they're cool dolls. I like them. But that's all I have. Let's get into unboxing and seeing what these dolls are all about. Okay, so we have Scarlet and Berry unboxed, and they are already looking stunning with all of the box hair. But we'll start off with Scarlet and then work our way towards Berry. But here is Scarlet Rose. I just think she has one of the best faces. I am so enamored by her face. And yeah, amazing. We will get into the face. Let's see. So her eyebrows are a little bit more of like a orange toned than the rest of her like maroon hair. These are actually more of like a scarlet tone because truthfully, I think scarlet is not the same thing as like burgundy or maroon. Like scarlet is a little bit more orange toned. Like you can even see in her hair. This streak I would call like burgundy, and then this I would probably call like scarlet. Um, so yeah, there are subtle differences. She even has a darker like black almost color in her hair. How much of that is in there? There's some right there. But yeah, beautiful face. She has like light brown eyes, this beautiful sort of like iridescent glitter under eye. I noticed that sometimes these iridescent under eyes are uneven. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that. And then she has red that goes from the under eye and then back to the top in kind of like an oval shape with some glitter on the inner corner, which looks amazing. Just one of the best face molds. Yeah, look at that face. And then these lips are so pretty too. Really nice, subtle ombre. I just think I got a gorgeous one. And then her hair is done up in these 2 little buns with 3 hair clips. They're meant to look like safety pins. Let's take one out. Oh, I guess we'll take 2 out. Okay, so they just slide up into her hair. Where did it go? Oh, it went inside. Come on, where is that? Okay. There we go. So that's what they look like. We've seen this style before. They're easy to use. I can probably put it back in right now if I tried. I say that and then I can't do it. But I'm going to be taking this hair down and washing it. So if it's a little imperfect, that's fine. But yeah, she looks like she has a middle part. I don't know what the rooting looks like right here, but you can see she's got really bad box hair, tons of gel, tons of product. Like, look at this curl. Like, yeah, which I don't really mind because I'm going to wash her, but I know a lot of people just detest the box hair. And when it comes like this, it's not really fun to deal with. And especially for kids who like aren't going to wash their dolls, like this is not really in like a state to like play with or enjoy. So it is unpleasant. It's a weird choice, especially when, other than these like buns at the top, these really cool, are these buns are like knots? I'm not sure, but this has no reason to be this gross, but it is gross. And then her earrings are these really cool like barbed wire hoops. I really like them. They're a little, it kind of like adds some contrast. They kind of did that with Lavender too, where her beret has like these random spikes. Like they kind of wanted to add some edginess, I guess, like that Shadow High signature edginess, if you will. So, ooh, it's barbed wire, ooh, edgy. But I don't hate them. They're kind of nice. And then her skin tone is, I guess, like a pale red, but it's really hard to describe what this color is. And then here's her edges in 2 different colors. And then moving down, we have her sweatshirt. It says Storywood in like a metallic foil. And then she has a hoodie, but you know, obviously it's too small to actually put over her head. But the hoodie does have its own Velcro. And then the hoodie also Velcros all the way in the back. Then a long, beautiful manicure. Look at those nails. Oh my gosh. She is a creative writing focus. Let me check the box. Did I just make that up? No, it is. It is creative writing. Cool. So she's a creative writing focus. So maybe that's why she's cozy, because she's just like in a coffee shop writing her next story for Storywood. Maybe she's the creator of Storywood. I don't know. There were some leaks with like, I think it was like princess and like troll dolls. So this is rumored to be like a spin-off MGA brand. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. Then she's wearing these gray pants with these very long zippers. This zipper is actually one piece. So you can see this plastic is like sewn in all the way to the top right here. So you can kind of feel the thick plastic in the pant. But I actually think they look nice. I know these pants have kind of got like crapped on, but here's the thing. Even if like MGA creates ugly fashion, at least it's high quality ugly fashion, right? Like these are nice. What is the... Oh yeah, look at, they got a little belt loops. I think those are actual belt loops. Yep. With a little like button. And then we'll take her stand off while we check out the back. They just open with a little piece of Velcro. So pretty simple. And then her shoes are just a little booty with like that burgundy maroon color on the heel. And then they just say Shadow at the top. Very simple shoe, but it's fine. They're not my favorite. They're just kind of there. They don't like elevate the look in any way, but at least we only have the Shadow like insignia in one spot. It's not like Shadow High everywhere, you know? But yeah, very simple fashions coming from Scarlett. But here's the thing I have to say about her. Sometimes you can have like objectively simple fashion, simple, lackluster, whatever adjectives you want to use for why you maybe don't like the way her fashion is. All of that being said, like you can still subjectively really like something. And I really love Scarlett. Like I'm just enamored by her. I think she's so pretty. And even if the fashion isn't like the most innovative or over the top, I still am just drawn to her. Like it's a doll that I want to look at, stare, pick up, hold, swing around. Like I just love her so much. And I can't wait to wash her and play with her hair and restyle her a little bit. But yeah, that's basically Scarlett. Very simple. And then we'll look at her accessories. So she comes with the comb, glittery comb, and a stand. Lately, they've all been coming with like a pair of glasses. These almost look like they're meant to mimic Ray-Bans because of the little shadow on the lens that's very like akin to like a pair of Ray-Bans. Let's see what they look like on her. Her face is so pretty, so like I'm hesitant to put them on because, you know, I'm probably not going to display her with them. But oh, they actually look kind of sickening. Like these are one of the few pairs of glasses that like really suit the doll. Like I love the red lens. Wait, these are so cool. I'm a little surprised by that, to be honest. And then she comes with a plastic journal. We've seen this. This is similar to the one that Lilac had. We've seen these a couple times, but it says Shadow High in silver with a little lock detail. It is nice. This looks like the like Dior inspired print. Is it Dior that Georgia Bloom had? But instead of rainbow, it is shadow. Then it just opens up and is like a blank little journal. And then to accompany that journal, she has the little pen accessories. We've gotten so many of these. So just another little pen in silver. Then she has a coffee cup that she can hold that says her name, Scarlet, in quotations. I don't know if it's like Starbucks or like coffee shop workers are putting your name in quotes like that, but pop off. Does it come off? I don't think it pops off. Yeah, it's just one solid accessory. But she can hold it in her hand. You know, she's picking up her coffee order before she goes and writes some books. And then she actually comes with two really cool books, like actual books. This first one says Storywood and the Enchanted Princess. And then it says T.M. Sparkle, like that's the name of the author. Maybe that's Scarlett's alias, who knows? And then it's just written in like Latin gibberish, just like stock text, but it's pretty cool. That's the first one. And then the second one says, let's see, A Storywood Fairy Tale. Are they the same book? Are they really the same? I can't tell. Let's just look at them both. Oh no, this one says Oz right there. And then this one has, I assume to be the Storywood logo, like an S with an apple and like a silhouette of like a princess. And then that's what they say on that. And then right there. But they're nice. They're really shiny metallic foil and they're like actual little books. So that's a really cool accessory. I feel like they fit for theming of creative writing so well. And even just with the glasses and her little coffee accessory, like you can already sort of like flesh out the character of Scarlett Rose, like her essence, like who she is, which I really like. And I really love this doll, whether or not her fashion is pretty or ugly, whatever you want to call it. I love you, Scarlett. And then moving on to Miss Berrie Skies. So we have Berrie right here. Her hair is done up in like a mid pony with all of these curls. Let's see. She has one big mid pony with like a wraparound piece of hair and then a little front tendril hanging to frame her face. Mine is very bad. Like I don't know what happened here. I don't know what happened, but I'm sure I can fix it. But I picked this one out because look at her face. Oh yeah, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous face. Like I love the ombre brows from like that tealy blue to like a black, like a gray almost. Really nice wing, and then the eyelashes are so pretty. She has like a gray eye. Her eye is so unique with a subtle pop of like blue to green to like salmon or orange. Very, very pretty eye color. I really like it. And then her eyeshadow has a little like graphic liner right there that fades and smokes out. And then she even has really unique inner corners that give her a really nice eye shape. And then I feel like her blush is so pretty. I love the blush she has. And then these lips are also super, super unique. I don't feel like we've seen these style of lips on any other Shadow High or Rainbow High doll. I love Miss Berrie Skies. And then here is her earring. I'm not sure what it is. It kind of looks like a carabiner, but I really can't tell. But it is pretty. It's like a clear acrylic, like plastic with silver paint details and white paint details. And then she's wearing a black t-shirt with this like amazing like circuitry, like a motherboard little corset top. It is so amazing. It is so cool. I need to see that piece. I'm obsessed with it. Like that is definitely the standout for Miss Berrie Skies. So it just velcros in the back. The shirt also velcros. And then even the little like ties, the straps holding it together are like a plasticky material. Do you see that? That is really cool. Yeah, this is definitely the standout, the best piece. What does it look like on the inside? I'm so curious. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. This piece is so stinking amazing. You can see all of the little wire details. It is this amazing metallic that just looks so good on camera and in real life. The silver is popping, like, I love it. And then her nails, very long blue nails. This skirt I'm less fond of. I like it in concept, but I just think it's a little much for my taste. I'm gonna try to restyle, but it looks at first to be like a black fabric, but it's actually kind of like a dark hunter green if you really look close. And then it has all of these CDs, 6 panels with CDs. And then I really like that this CD case is actually like a sort of like frosted plastic, because that's what the actual material is in like CD books. Like I have CDs. I could actually show you my CD collection. Like I love CDs. So given that I love CDs, I do like this piece, but I do want to restyle her in something else and see what it would look like. And then this belt is really cool, has all of these plugs, like, I don't know what you would call them. I want to say like an aux cable, but I don't know the name. Cords, maybe, is that what they're called? Cords. And it comes apart in the back like that. Let's see, I'm struggling here. You see that? It's just like a little hole that you undo. It takes a little effort. Like I'm struggling to get it like that. And then you just squeeze it back on. But yeah, I think her fashion is really unique. Probably the most unique fashion that we have in this whole Shadow High Series 3. And then it doesn't stop there, because look at these shoes. Oh my gosh. They're like moon boots or something. Like, look at all of these layers, like 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layer. Then it says SH for Shadow High. Eclipse. We've seen that before. I think we've seen that on like Nicole Steele, maybe. Shadow High is on the back. And then you have like these really cool, thick silver heels, almost like they almost look like a razor blade, or like the bottom of like a mouse or something. And then they have a layer that is in a dark green that sort of matches her skirt. There's some silver paint detail in between. Then this final layer that almost looks like 2 tones of green, like a dark to a light green. Like, look at these boots, look at these shoes. There is 4 colors going on here, like tiny little words that are printed on, and you can actually read the words. Like, these are just so amazing. These are so cool and so unique. I don't feel like anything else we've seen in like Playline dolls. So thank you, Miss Berrie Skies. And I will compare Berrie really quick to Zoe Electra. But before I do that, I just want to say, I feel like people have been clowning on Miss Berrie Skies and her name. But I feel like low-key, it's one of the best names. And I'm going to give you my spiel real quick. So a lot of the time with Rainbow High, Shadow High dolls, we get names that relate to the color of the doll. Like Series 1, they're very on the nose. Like Jade Hunter, Hunter Green, even though Jade is not Hunter Green, like that's where the name's inspired. And then we get like Poppy Rowan. A poppy is an orange flower. We get Sunny Madison, Sunny like the sun, which is yellow. Then we get Skylar Bradshaw, Skylar like the blue sky. Ruby, which do I even have to explain? It's ruby red, like the gemstone. Like they're all very on the nose. Like Georgia Bloom, like Georgia, like Atlanta, Georgia, like Peaches. Oh my gosh, she's colored like a peach. Like everything's very on the nose with the naming of these dolls. Like look at Scarlet Rose. Scarlet Rose, like it's literally her color. Whereas Berrie Skies, I feel like people were really thrown off. But I really like sort of like the juxtaposition between her name being very like organic, like berry, like a fruit, and skies like nature. And then that's like in stark contrast with her aesthetic, which is like circuitry and technology and CDs and wiring. And like at first they seemingly don't make sense, but then when you think about like all of these things, like they're all rooted in nature, like metals, and they were man-made, but it's rooted, all of it's rooted in nature and elements. So I feel like there's actually like a connection there. It's just a little bit more of like a deeper connection than something that's like on the nose, like Daphne Minton. Oh, mint green, you know? I don't know. I advocate for Berry Skies' name. If you don't like it, I just think you don't see the vision, and that's what I have to say about that. Oh, upon ranting about Berry's name, I also noticed she has this really cool wristband. Oh my god, bracelet that is computer keys. And then there's 3 of them, and then it is for SH3, Shadow High Series 3. Like, who's doing it like Shadow High? That is so cool. So yeah, I love these dolls. I think my only critique is the gel in the hair. Not a big fan of that. Oh, we haven't even gone over Berry's accessories. I'm jumping the gun here. Okay, so she comes with, technology inspired, a laptop, and she is, I presume she is coding. I think that's what it would look like. I like how the keyboard lights up too. That's a really cool detail. And then it just has an SH logo on it. And then the one downgrade is her phone. Her phone does not come with a case nor have a thumb hole, so I don't really see how this is practical, but it's still nice, I guess. Like, I like the detail on the phone case. The 4 camera lenses is cool. I guess she's just looking at, I don't know, the Rainbow High website. Okay. Her comb that matches her doll stand. I think her coolest accessory is an iPad, and she is fully on Twitter. It looks like her username is Coder Girl. And then there's a photo of Miss Pinky James and Lavender Lynn. The Daily Shadow is her header. Like, this is so silly and cool. I really like the iPad accessory. And then her glasses. These are sick. I love these glasses. But once again, like, Berry's face is stunning. Do I really want to display her with glasses? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, they're really cool. I love how both Berry's glasses and Scarlett's glasses have like colored lens, like the red lens and then this like blue-green lens. I think that's a really cool detail, so really enjoy that. I don't remember what the other characters' glasses look like. Like, Lavender's glasses look more like a reading glass, and then I think Pinky comes with glasses, but I don't think Rosie does, or Oliver, but I'm not certain. But yeah, here is the dolls right out of the box. I'm a big fan. Let's see how she holds her iPad. Oh yeah, they're in the coffee shop together. She's writing a Storywood tale, and she is coding and just trolling on Twitter. Like, I love them. They're such a cool duo. And yeah, we'll compare Ms. Berry Skies real quick to Zoe Electra, since there's been a lot of color comparisons. Here we have Zoe. And they do look similar, but I really don't care. I'll be quite frank. I love this color. Zoe's one of my favorite dolls. I just love like a tealy blue mint. And so obviously Zoe must have been popular, and that's why we have Berry, and I am not mad at it. And I feel like you can always look at the stands to see like maybe differences in the color. Like, Zoe's stand is more blue leaning, whereas Berry's stand looks more green. But the hair on Berry is very, very bright, whereas I feel like this hair is a little bit lighter in tone. And then even on their main fashion pieces, this is like probably the only like fashion that matches Zoe and her shoes. You can see how this is very light mint, and this is a little bit more like teal. Would you say that? What would you call that? Teal? How would you describe that color? But yeah, they're similar but different. And if you don't like that, that's on you. I love both of these dolls. They can both exist. Like, we have 1,000 pink dolls. I think we can have 2 blue mint green dolls, you know, released back to back and not be mad about it. So that's my take on it. But yeah, now I'm going to take some time and restyle these 2, wash their hair, and get them to a better state for my shelves. So let's go do that. Okay, so we're starting off with Miss Berry Skies, and I'm going in with cold water to try and maintain the curls. No point during this hair washing process will I ever take a brush to Berry's hair. I'm just gonna scrunch the hair with the shampoo and try to cover as much of the curls as I can to get out that gel. But I'm doing like a scrunching motion. I'm not doing like a rub or like a, you want to maintain that curl pattern. So you just have to be a little bit more careful with how you wash her hair. And I do want to keep that front tendril, so I'm just keeping that separated. And then I feel like it was easier to undo Berry's hair once I got a little bit of that gel out. So I'm first going in with like a wash, and then I'll rinse that out, and then I'll undo her like wraparound ponytail. But yeah. And then I also kind of cup the curls with my hand as I'm washing it, just so I can really like try to maintain the shape and body of those curls. I don't want the weight of them and the weight of the water to just pull them down. And then here I am starting from Berry's like wraparound section. That was pretty easy to just pull off, but then I noticed with the big one around her ponytail, I just wanted to cut that off because if I were to like try to pull that all the way off and go through the curls, I would just like mess up the curls. So that hair tie just had to be a sacrifice. I do like to try and keep the hair ties like when I can and when it makes sense, but in that moment I just felt like it was smarter and easier to just snip the hair tie or the elastic. And yep, now we're just going back in, rinsing out any leftover shampoo that Berry has, and then we'll condition her. Same type of motion, like a scrunching motion, and then scrunching and then cupping it with my hand. And then once it's fully conditioned, I'm just gonna let it soak for a little bit while I move on to Scarlet Rose. Oh, can't forget the front tendril. My front tendril, like I said, had some like weird issues going on, so I fixed that later. But yeah, it was okay. I'm laying out a paper towel for her, so she's just not on the countertop. And now moving on to Scarlet. I also used cold water with Scarlet. You could probably use hot if you like, but I kind of like to keep some of that like curl pattern. I like the way it kind of like flares out once it's all dried. So that's why I'm using cold. And then same deal as Berry. Um, I feel like Scarlett's buns were like a little bit gelled towards the back, so I wanted to just do a first initial wash with some I say shampoo, but I'm using dish soap, some dish soap, to loosen up that hair. That way it's easier for me to undo her buns. There is like two hair ties. There's one that's wrapping around the hair and creating the bun, and then there's a second at the base of the hair to kind of keep it stable. So I just found it easier to undo those. And for these ones, I was able to keep all four of those elastics. I didn't have to cut any of them off. So that was nice. But yeah, you can see that little swirly part. That's like the texture the hair has because it was wrapped so tightly. And I think if you were to use hot water, you might be able to get that texture out a little easier. Because I was using cold, there was some waviness to Scarlett's hair initially, but that goes away with time. And then we're just doing both sides, undoing Scarlett's little buns. You can see it's really soapy, and but that's fine. And yeah, I really like washing and conditioning my doll's hair, and I wanted to show a little bit of like the process for how this works. It's nice to do two dolls at once, you kind of get in a rhythm and a groove, if you will. And I really like to do it as soon as I get the doll. Otherwise, like it just, more dolls pile up because I'm always getting new dolls. So I like to like spend some time with them, really appreciate them, learn more about them. Like Scarlet has a middle part, so I'm keeping that middle part separate. Now we're going in with some conditioner to let Scarlet soak, and then we're going to do a little switch off. Now that Scarlet's got some conditioner, we're going to let her soak for a little bit and then move on to Berry and rinse out her conditioner. You kind of develop that groove. And then same thing as I'm rinsing out Berry, I'm just going to be a little bit more careful with these curls, cupping them, scrunching the water out instead of like pulling, or I don't know. But yeah, I love Berry's curls. They're so fun to work with. And Berry does have a middle part. It's a little hard to access because the curls, but there is a middle part underneath that ponytail. Now she's all rinsed out. I'm going to let her sit there and dry for a little bit, and we'll move on to Scarlet. I think I was just panning the camera over so you can see her laying there. And now Scarlet. So for Scarlet, because she doesn't have curls, I do want to brush out the hair. And this is where I choose to brush out the hair, is like after the wash with like dish soap, and then after it's let it soak with some conditioner. I don't know. This is where I like to start brushing out the hair. And it was pretty normal amount of like fallout. You're gonna have some hairs that are like unruly or tangled or knotty. I think I had like one knot that I had to cut out, which is reasonable. But yeah, these dolls have a ton of hair for the most part. Like there's like a handful of rainbow high dolls that are like very, lightly rooted, and it's just because of their hairstyles, like Aisha, Leela, just a handful. But for the most part, like most dolls, like the Scarlet has tons of hair, which is nice. And then once she's all brushed out, I'll just rinse out the conditioner, and that's it.
pretty simple. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of the behind the scenes process. And yeah, that's all I got for you.
Okay, we are all back. So last time you saw these dolls, they were getting their hair washed, and since then, I have already gone ahead and styled their hair and changed some of their fashion pieces, and I think this is the end result for both Berry and Scarlet. So first we'll start off with the changes I made to Berry. So as far as Berry's hair goes, I love a good middle part, and sometimes I just can't help myself and I have to give pigtails, and I feel like they highlight the curls so well. And as far as the curls go, this did take some effort to like reshape and recurl them. I just did some product and like finger curls where you just like wrap the hair and coil it around your finger and then reshape the curl. Um, because the curls were already like they had some shape, but I like to brush through them. Like I'll take the curl, brush through it, and then wrap it around my finger, recoil it, and then let it dry. And this is the end result. Yeah, I really like it. I love Berry Skies. This is one of my favorite dolls. Like I can see myself when she goes on clearance, like picking up extras like I did with Zoe. And then for fashion, for that little black t-shirt, it was just a little too plain. And so I swapped it out with this Mila Barrymore long sleeve, like mesh black top. And I prefer that way more. And then I swapped out her skirt for Naomi Storm's skirt from the Storm Twins two-pack. I really liked how this skirt kind of had this like iridescence and it's shiny and it kind of like goes really well with this top. And then even like the silver sort of stud details sort of complement this top as well. So I just feel like these go so well together. And then because this skirt is asymmetrical with this like Medusa head and this slit right here, I opted to sort of like slide the belt over instead of just keep it in the center. And I feel like it looks so good. I love it. And then I just kept the shoes the same. Didn't change anything there. But yeah, that's my final Berry Skies. That's the way I'll display her in my collection. And yeah, I'm very happy. It took some time to, do the hair, but it was definitely worth it. And then we'll move on to Scarlet. So for Scarlett Rose, I how do you describe this hairstyle? I always fall back on this hairstyle. Both pigtails and this are like my go-to. And Naomi Storm came with something like this in her hair, but she also had those like front bangs floating down. I opted to go for no bangs because I really love Scarlett's face. And yeah, there is her hair. You can see with this hairstyle as well, some of that black underneath coming through. So I think she has like 3 shades, like that black and then 2 shades of like red. I don't know if you can see the different red shades, but right there you kind of can see there's a more purpley red and then a more true red right there. So it is pretty and it does have subtle dimension to it. And then as far as fashion goes, I love her sweatshirt. I feel like it's a signature outfit piece, kind of the same way for Berry that this corset top is like a signature piece for her fashion. So I wanted to keep it, but then I swapped out the pants for this Mila Barrymore skirt. I really like how the sweatshirt kind of covers most of the skirt, but you can still see some of the like silver hardware peeking through. And then I like the way the skirt flares out too. And then she got the Mila Barrymore fabric boots because the heel matches. And I also think this silver embroidery, it's very ornate and it kind of ties into the Storywood logo. So yeah, same thing as Berry, just like 2 pieces of fashion that I swapped out, but I feel like they make a huge, huge impact. I also gave, this is so stupid, but I also gave Scarlett like a t-shirt underneath because she didn't have a t-shirt on underneath. And I don't know, I feel like it's weird to just wear a sweatshirt with nothing on underneath. So she has like a Royal 3 black t-shirt on underneath. And yeah, that is all the changes I made to these 2 dolls. I love the way they turned out. I'm so happy. Um, yeah, I think just a little bit of restyling and tweaking can really like make a doll feel more special and you can feel more connected to them. So these 2 are definitely going to have a welcome place in my collection. But before I sign off, I did want to do some quick hair comparisons with Scarlet. I had compared Berry earlier to Zoe, and real quick, I wanted to see how she sort of like compares to other maroon themed dolls. So I have an LOL OMG doll because as I was washing and brushing through Scarlett's hair, it reminded me of this doll from the Queen series, Miss Divine. And now that I'm seeing Miss Divine's hair again, I can see that this is a lot more pink. You can see there's a lot more shades like of pinks going through it than like this more brick burgundy red. But the black is what reminded me of Scarlet, because as you saw earlier, she has some of these weird black like lowlights in parts of her hair. There's a lot more of the black streaks in Miss Divine. But yeah, their hair was really similar in my head. Like as I was remembering this doll, I was like, I think her hair is similar to this doll. And then I pulled her out and I was like, wait, they're actually really different. But I still love this doll's hair. When I got this doll, her hair reminded me of like Scarlet Witch, and I really wanted a Rainbow High doll with hair like this. And this might be as close as we get, but obviously this works a lot better for Scarlet. I think Scarlet wouldn't make sense to have all of these like pinks, these like bright neon pinks coming in her hair. So it makes sense, the choice they made for Scarlet. And then our other recent burgundy wine maroon doll was Mila Barrymore, who's like fashion I steal because she has the best fashion. As far as base doll, I don't like love Mila. She's a fine base doll, but her hair has that similar burgundy color, but instead there's purple in it. And I think there's also some pink tones here. There we go. You can see the more maroon with the pinkier like fuchsia tones with the purple. So it's a little different than the hair blend we're getting from Scarlet. I still prefer Scarlet's just because her hair feels like smoother and like higher quality. Like my Mila's purple hair right here is like fried. Like you can see that hair. I've tried taming it. It's just like really not good. Just the purple. I don't know why the purple's like that. But yeah, Mila's never like been my favorite base doll, but I love this color. So I was sad that like as a base doll, I just didn't love Mila Barrymore. So I'm glad that Scarlet is introduced, and I've grown very fond of her and her hair color. I love this hair color. I feel so annoying, but it is still so like Taylor Swift coded. If you haven't heard Taylor Swift's song Maroon, I just feel like, ugh, that is Scarlett Rose right there. So these two are gonna go hang out, gonna go talk some shit, go be besties together. They are just such a cute little duo, and I love them so much. Let me know in the comments down below if you've had a chance to pick up any of these new Shadow High Series 3 dolls. I am just head over heels for them. I'm gonna get Lavender, but I'm not rushing. You know, Lavender will come to me when it's time. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed. This is a long one, but I can't help myself sometimes, you know? But yeah, my name is Eli, and this was my channel, Jack Elijah, and I'll see you next time. Bye.